Have you ever made a decision and thought, I know what I'm doing, only to realize later that your brain tricked you? What if I told you that most of your choices, your money, your career, even your relationships, are secretly controlled by hidden forces inside your own mind? And the scary part? You barely notice it, and without your permission. Daniel Kahneman, Nobel Prize-winning psychologist, reveals an uncomfortable truth in Thinking, Fast and Slow. The human mind is deeply flawed, predictable, and biased, and these flaws quietly control your money, career, relationships, and future. Kahneman explains that your mind is not one system, it is two. He calls them System 1 and System 2. System 1 is fast, automatic, emotional. It reacts instantly, without effort. It jumps to conclusions. It loves shortcuts. System 2 is slow, logical, deliberate. It analyzes, calculates, and thinks carefully, but it is lazy and easily exhausted. Most people assume System 2 is in charge. In reality, System 1 runs your life, and System 2 only steps in when it absolutely has to. System 1 is incredibly powerful. It helps you recognize faces, read emotions, and react to danger instantly. Without it, you wouldn't survive. But the same system that saves your life also destroys your judgment. System 1 is obsessed with patterns, even when they don't exist. It hates uncertainty. It fills gaps with stories that feel right, not stories that are true. And once it creates a story, it refuses to let go.
This is why first impressions are so dangerous. When you meet someone and instantly feel they are confident or untrustworthy, that judgment comes from System 1. It feels certain, even if it is based on nothing. System 2 could correct it, but most of the time it doesn't bother. Your brain prefers comfort over accuracy. Kahneman introduces a powerful idea called cognitive ease. When something feels familiar, clear, or repeated, your brain labels it as true. This is why repetition is so effective in advertising, politics, and social media. The more you hear something, the more believable it feels, regardless of facts. Truth is not what is correct. Truth is what feels easy. One of the most dangerous biases Kahneman explains is the halo effect. If you like one trait about a person, confidence, attractiveness, success, you automatically assume other positive traits exist. You assume they are intelligent, trustworthy, and competent. This is why charismatic leaders get followed, even when they are wrong. The brain prefers a simple story. Good person equals good decisions. Reality is far messier. Another illusion is overconfidence. Humans are shockingly bad at understanding randomness. We look at success stories and assume skill, ignoring luck completely. We see a billionaire and think they followed a formula. We see a failed business and assume incompetence. Kahneman shows that outcomes often have little to do with talent and much to do with timing, chance, and randomness. But your brain hates that idea. It wants control, so it creates false explanations. This leads to what Kahneman calls the narrative fallacy. After something happens, your mind rewrites the past to make it seem predictable. I knew it all along. In reality, you didn't, but your brain protects your ego by pretending uncertainty never existed. This is extremely dangerous in investing, business, and life decisions because it creates false confidence and repeated mistakes.
Kahneman also reveals why people hate losing more than they love winning. This is called loss aversion. Losing $100 hurts about twice as much as winning $100 feels good. Because of this, people hold on to bad investments, toxic relationships, and failing strategies far longer than they should. The pain of admitting loss feels worse than the pain of continuing. System 1 screams, "Don't lose." System 2 is too tired to argue. This explains why fear controls behavior more than logic. It explains why people avoid opportunities, play small, and choose safety over growth, even when growth is rational. Your brain is not designed for success. It is designed for survival. One of the most eye-opening concepts in the book is the difference between the experiencing self and the remembering self. The experiencing self lives in the present moment. The remembering self looks back and tells the story of your life. Shockingly, these two selves do not agree. The remembering self ignores how long an experience lasted and focuses only on its emotional peak and ending. This is why people remember vacations inaccurately, relationships incorrectly, and life events dishonestly. This means your future decisions are not based on reality, but on distorted memories. You choose again based on how you remember feeling, not how you actually felt. Understanding this gives you power over your habits, happiness, and long-term planning. Kahneman also exposes the illusion of skill. In fields like stock trading, forecasting, and business prediction, experts are often no better than chance, but confidence creates credibility. People trust certainty, even when certainty is fake. System 1 loves confident answers. System 2 rarely asks for evidence. This is why people follow gurus, predictions, and bold claims. The brain prefers a confident lie over an uncertain truth. Silence feels weak. Complexity feels uncomfortable. Simplicity feels right, even when it is wrong. So what can you do with this knowledge? Kahneman is brutally honest. You cannot eliminate bias. You cannot fully control System 1, but you can design your life to protect yourself from your own mind. You can slow down important decisions. You can avoid decisions when emotional. You can use rules, checklists, and distance to reduce impulsive judgment. Most importantly, you can learn humility, accepting that your intuition is not as reliable as it feels.
The ultimate lesson of thinking fast and slow is not pessimistic. It is liberating. Once you understand how your mind lies to you, you stop blindly trusting your thoughts. You pause. You question. You observe. And in that pause, real intelligence begins. Most people will never question their thinking. They will trust their instincts, repeat their mistakes, and blame the world. But a few will learn to think about thinking, and those people, quietly, consistently, will outperform everyone else. If this video changed how you see your own mind, like and subscribe for more deep psychology breakdowns that make you smarter, not louder. And comment below, which bias do you recognize in yourself the most?